Next quick video, Q95T no gap wall mount. So I've actually got two different no gap wall mounts. So the no gaps from 2017 to 2020 are all basically the same. You got more in the packaging on 2017 until they realised you didn't need or use half of it and they didn't include it. So that is the Samsung no gap that fits to there. I'll get some close-ups, camera angle could be different. I'll bring the camera closer in a second. This one is an aftermarket copy made by Hama, so exactly the same thing. Locates and fits to there. Okay, so for this demo, I may just use the Hama, but quick look at them side by side. Apart from the Samsung one being a bit stiffer, they're identical. And I think the Hama ones, I mean, I'll put a link in the description, you can look at both. They're both pretty much the same. That is the wall plate that it hooks onto as well, which again, I'll get closer up above because the angle I'm looking at is not very good. But you can use either one, both do the same job. Samsung one does cost more. I've got the Samsung one at home, but we've used quite a few of these Hama ones just because they're cheap. Right, so looking at that closer up now, that there, that has these peel off bits. It says Q9F, but whatever. Peel those off, it will stick. I never bother because when I want to remove it, I don't want to be ripping the back off the TV as well. So, holes there locate onto these lugs here. There are slots there. I think that's for different pedestal stands which actually locate. But anyway, 4 threaded M4 holes. That's all that attaches that to that. So, that there, just push it flat. 4 M4 screws to drop in, like so. With my trusty screwdriver, I'll just fast forward me winding those in. Okay, so that is those in. So that this is going to be on the wall. This is going to be on the TV. The part that's on the wall here, basically, we've got this channel here. That's going to hold this bar, so all I'll do, pull the bar out and slot it on. So this bit will be on the wall. That is it. And the idea is, I mean, I use a spirit level, put this bit on level anyway. You don't actually have to because it twists to correct it, but it seems a bit bodgy to do that, so I like to put that on level and then I can adjust it how I want it afterwards. I can also pull it and tilt it out, but we'll look at that when it's on the wall. Get my tape measure. Okay, so the dimension I want to know where I want the bottom of my TV, and from the bottom of the TV to the bottom of the bracket, so that is 48.5 centimetres, just over 19 inches if we're in the Imperial. So that's my reference. I know obviously I want it central on the wall because there's no wiggle room on that side to side, or well, and 48.5 centimetres from the bottom of where I mark my TV to the bottom of that bracket. I'll just remove it, show how it comes off. Interestingly, they're the VESA mounts, so if I was using a standard wall mount, I will just get one. Okay, so if I was using a standard wall mount like this flat fixed bracket, 2 arms will attach there and there. So that's the alternative. If I didn't want it on a no gap or wanted it on a dual arm fixed flat bracket for whatever reason, say I've got to space it off the wall a bit for sockets. So your 2 arms there. In your alternative, that would be on the wall, so this would be fixed to the wall and it would hook on there and allow you to slide it side to side. Okay, but for today it's going on a no gap. This is the wall I shall be mounting to next to my OLED B9. It's already pre-drilled and screwed because I've had a no gap wall mount here before on a Q90R. Right, so returning to my wall. I know I've got it next to my OLED B9 there. That's going to be the OLED CX or whatever it is. I haven't got time today, so that'll be another day. But anyway, so I think I said 48.5. That would be the bottom of the no gap where I previously had one. Put my centre line there as well because I want it to be centred. So This is a MDF wall on wooden stud, so I can just screw straight into the MDF there. It'll be nice and secure. Put my small spirit level here and screws, so I can put that there. Normally, if I hadn't already marked it, I'd have spirit level on the top. Get it level, mark the holes there. Give them a quick pre-drill with a tiny drill bit, just so it's nicer going into the wood. And all I do, 4 wood screws for me with washers. Alternatively, if that's going on a brick or a plasterboard wall with breeze block behind, I would use the concrete type screws where you drill a pilot hole and they cut into the wall. But for now, just twist those in loosely to retain it. Okay, so when I wind those in, I will just put my spirit level on the top and get it level. So screw gun there. Okay, spirit level on the top just to level it up. Okay, so now I know I'm level, I can just nip the rest of them up. Okay, so we're nice and solid there. I'll probably just put an extra screw in the middle. Okay, so I'm just going to put an extra screw in there. So all I'm going to do is just pierce the vinyl, pop my screw straight in because I haven't got a tiny drill bit to give it a pilot. An extra screw there. Important to get one in the middle because obviously if we're demoing the tilting we're going to be pulling it away, pushing it back all the time. Okay, so a bit of tape on the end of my 1 connect lead. I thought I would include this, and I'm just going to drop it down. I've got a void behind this wood and it will carefully drop down there. The lead can be quite delicate, so do be careful, don't give it any sharp bends or twists. And that is the bottom there. And of course it's the only lead that goes to the TV, so these TVs are convenient and tidy for wall mounting purposes. Right, that'll do. That's now the cable in. So last thing I shall attempt to do, I'll just take the retainer off there. So I'm going to pick it up, mount it on there. I would advise again 2 people on this bracket more than ever, because with 1 person I've got to sort of take an aim and hook that small bar onto here, which when you're in front of it, especially I've done one high up, you can't see it. If you've got 2 of you, you can be looking at the sides to guide yourself onto that part there. At worst, I'll just stand on top of there, hold the TV, look above and plonk it on. Okay, so you will feel it hooking onto that bar there. It is quite tough to get on. Obviously you can see it's tilted out, so we'll just push it flat back, so that's pretty much flat back. I know people discuss does it go all the way. Sometimes you do get a slight sort of tilt at the front, but it's nothing massive. So last thing is, I've got my 1 connect lead which I should just pop into the back. So again, you can do this pretty much just by feeling for the socket, which I remember being there. Make sure it's the right way round. And that's it, you just hear it clicking in. Okay, so it is actually a bit lower than the OLED there, but I'm going to remount. Like I say, I'm replacing that with a 2020 model this week. Okay, so I'll get another camera out, I'll get a quick close-up from the side as well. But before that, I just want to make sure we are level. So spirit level on top. And again, like we say, it does twist on the wall mount, so you can have it all the way one way or the other. Okay, so that is the side view. You can see there is a slight tilt overall, but it's really not too bad, and it can benefit you a tiny bit of tilt. But it is nice and tight. It's the tightest you're going to get to the wall with any wall mount I've come across anyway. And again, you can just pull it and tilt it all the way out like so, or push it back flat. Okay, so tab at the top. I'll get myself out of the way in a minute. Turn the TV on.
Stadium in Singapore, they take on the Italian champions, Juventus. Spurs include the likes of Dele Alli, Heung-min Son and Toby Alderweireld in their starting 11. Juventus versus Tottenham Hotspur, a fixture many in his kind of area. Heung-min Son for Spurs. And he can't sneak it in
terms of form from that moment on.
It's a Mandzukic great ball, and he directed it to the correct corner. And those two work it again. 4-on-3 here for Spurs. Son, well laid off, and Buffon makes a fine save, and he's guided in by Eric Ronaldo. Troy Parrott denied on the first attempt, but Lamela was there to beat Buffon. Spurs have been the better team, and on the half hour, they lead Juventus. The foul to me on the edge of the penalty area, we play on.
I believe it was.
And Pjanic, Higuain, well worked, Gonzalo Higuain buries it. But he is a true finisher, and he's done it against Tottenham Hotspur before in the Juventus shirt. The man back from Chelsea has made it Juventus 1. DeCilio up against Walker Peters. A good cutback, and it's deflected into the net. And Ronaldo has his goal, and Juventus have turned this around. They now lead by 2 goals to 1. And there is the iconic celebration of Cristiano Ronaldo. Gisard to win the ball in the Juve half, and what a pass for Lucas Moura. He's assisted the equaliser. Spurs are back level against Juventus. Great work by Ndombele, and Lucas Moura has stabbed it into the net. What an immediate impact. And brilliant work again by Walker Peters.
Boy, he was excellent in terms of his hold-up play. I can see him being there was an opportunity here.
Kane, what a goal! What a goal to win it! Szczesny's caught out. Harry Kane has scored the goal of this tournament. That is extraordinary. Tottenham Hotspur 3, Juventus 2. How did he come up with that? Very special indeed.